Hey everyone, welcome back to Robin Ann Creative. Today, I'm going to show you how to use your Cricut to address envelopes quickly and beautifully using Cricut Design Space. This time-saving hack is perfect if you have a lot of wedding or party invitations, holiday cards, or even thank you notes to send out. With Cricut, you can save time and make each envelope look professional. Come on, let's get started. First things first, let's make sure we have everything we need. You'll need your Cricut machine. I'm using the Cricut Maker for this. You'll also need an envelope, your computer or tablet with Cricut Design Space open, and of course, a Cricut pen. If your envelope is dark in color, you'll want to use a white pen like this white opaque Jelly Roll gel pen. Keep in mind that using non-Cricut pens can void your warranty and will require an adapter like this one, which I'll link in the description below. Cricut only offers white pens in the 1mm as part of a set, and I'll also link those 3 sets in the description below. Another helpful tool will be your ruler for getting the dimensions of your envelope, and of course, a Cricut mat. All right, let's start in Cricut Design Space. Open a new project and start by creating a template for your envelope. To do this, you're going to go to the Shapes tool on the left and select a square. We'll hide this and drag this out in the middle. In order to change your aspect ratio, you're going to have to click on this Lock Proportions button so that you can manually adjust your width and your height. My envelope is 7¼ inches wide by 5¼ tall. This shape will act as a guide for our text placement. You will want to change the operation type to score to prevent the machine from cutting around your envelope. Next, we're going to add the address. Select the text tool and type out the recipient's name and address. In this case, I want to use a separate font for the names. I'm just going to drag this up here. This is where you can really customize. Choose a font that suits your style. I recommend using a writing font for a more polished look. Cricut has some great options, but if you click on System Fonts, you can access any font installed on your device. I personally prefer to work with the Cricut fonts for any project that will include writing, as those fonts are designed for writing. If you click on the filters icon, it will bring up a drop-down box and you can choose writing to display all fonts suitable for writing. With over 1,100 fonts, this will save you a great deal of time, as this will eliminate over half of the options to choose from. I'm just going to type in BFC Pinewood because I know that's the font that I want to use, and I'm going to click on that. And I'm going to drag it over here, and now I'm going to set up my address. So I'm just going to come over and click the text tool and type in my address. And I'm going to change the font to one called BFC Sugared Apples. And I'm going to keep that all on one line. So then I'm going to just drag it up here. And I'm going to create my text box for my return address. And then I'm going to drag it up to the top. And you can also play with the alignment if you want it adjusted to the left. Down here, I'm going to also left adjust and then line those up. Once your address text is ready, it's time to resize it. So we're just going to take this one and scale it down a bit. And I'm just using the handles to drag it down to an approximate size. But I've determined that I wanted this one to be 25.28. So I'm just going to type in 25.28 for the font size. And here I'm going to do 64.72. And here I'm going to do 5209. And then I'm just going to select my name and I'm going to hit shift and select the address. And I'm going to come up here and group those so they stay together. Now I can move it around and they stay together. I think I like it right there. You want it to fit nicely on the envelope without crowding it. So go ahead and resize and position the text on the envelope template so it's centered and balanced. I will leave the Cricut Design Space link for this design in the description below. You can still change the text, fonts, and sizing to fit your envelope. This just gives you a jump start if you're not quite ready to design from scratch. The system will automatically default to the fine point pen, which is fine for this particular piece of text. However, on this one, I'm going to change the pen type to marker 1mm and choose black. This gives a bolder look. And let's just check this one. We're going to have fine point, and we're good on that one. So then we're going to select all, and we're going to hit attach. This just keeps everything together on the mat in one space. And now we're ready to hit make. If you get an error message, make sure your machine is turned on. Turn it on and then hit the refresh button. It will find your machine. And then I'm just going to choose medium cardstock because we're not actually cutting. And I'm keeping the pressure at the default. Your machine will tell you that you need to load your 0.4 black pen in first, and it's going to ask for the single scoring wheel in clamp B. I'm going to edit the tool to say scoring stylus because we're not actually going to do the score. And then it will tell you that the next thing coming up will be your black pen, the 1.0 marker. And as you can see, the text all stays in place where it needs to be. Now you can drag this around and place it anywhere you want on your mat. I like to keep it at 1 inch down and 1 inch over, and then just hit continue. And then we're going to load our envelope on the mat, making sure that the flap is at the top, and we're going to position at the 1 mark because that's where we dragged our design to. And now we are ready to load it. And we're just going to load our mat into the machine with our envelope on it. And if you notice, I don't have a blade in and I don't have a stylus in because we don't want anything to cut and we're not actually doing the score. So we're going to go ahead and hit start. And we're going to keep an eye on this housing right here just to make sure that it's drawing its line right where our envelope is at. And it's right on target. And now it's indicating that there is something that needs to happen. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop in our marker pen. That's the 1.0. I'm going to clamp that in and just put the cap on the top so that I don't lose it. And I'm going to re-secure that and we'll hit go. So we're going to switch the marker out, set that aside. Don't forget to cap it up. I like to get the project going and then cap it up. And we're going to drop in our fine point pen. Same thing, just drop that cap on top and hit go. And on this particular font, it's going ahead and writing each letter individually, but not exactly in the order that they're on the screen or the setup. As you can see, the text does not write complete letters from left to right as you would writing by hand, but it will finish each text group or text of all one color before moving on to the next. Your Cricut decides how to write text based on the font you select in Cricut Design Space. When you choose a font, the machine interprets the character shapes and spacing within that font to create the written text. Now, remove your mat from your machine, and we're just going to remove our envelope from the mat. And to do this, we're going to flip the mat upside down and gently peel it back away from the envelope as we hold it with our hand. And there we have it. And that's it. You've now got a beautifully addressed envelope without any hassle. Just repeat these steps for each envelope you need, and you'll have a stack of gorgeous envelopes in no time. You can also add one of these cute wax seal stickers from Hobby Lobby. At 50% off, that makes each one only 8 cents per envelope. Or you can check out this video up here for a tutorial how to make your own custom coordinating wax seals. Did you know you can also use this technique for the greeting and signature on the inside of your card? This is very useful if you have a large number of cards to address. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up, hype if you're given the option, and subscribe for more creative content. And give me a comment below if you gave this a try and how it worked for you. Thanks for watching. Now, go create what's possible.